Hello everyone! Today I'd like to talk about getting off the X so that you don't die in a firefight, illustrated using the game Ready or Not. But first, what is the X? Simply put, the X is the position in which you first take direct fire or identify an approaching threat. Getting off the X is one of your primary objectives in a firefight. As a moving target, in this case you, especially a target that is moved to cover, is significantly more difficult to hit than one that remains at the exact same spot it took fire from. When we take fire or identify an approaching threat, we assume that we are already behind in the action versus reaction curve, wherein our ability to react to a threat is considerably slower than the threat that is already acting. Take for instance this clip of an officer reacting to a suspect drawing a pistol from their pocket. In a matter of less than a second, the suspect had drawn out and fired on the officer, and the officer didn't even have a chance to get his pistol out. A study done in 2015 cites several works that shows it takes approximately 180 to 200 milliseconds for the human brain just to detect visual stimuli, which doesn't even include the additional 20 milliseconds for the signal from your brain to your body to tell it to move. This video demonstrates how long it can really take for our brain to react to visual stimuli. And the same thing goes for this 21-foot rule experiment. Interesting thing to note here, while in some of these the defender does take a hit, by him stepping off the X, he causes the attacker to need to chase him, for lack of a better word, making it more difficult to get a stab in. Another thing to think about here is that the defender already knows the attack is coming. In any given case where police are on scene with a suspect, we never know if they're going to become a threat. That all being said, if we begin to take fire, our first instinct should be to not only draw out or target the threat, but also to move away from our starting position. So what's the key takeaway in all of this? When we move off the X, we can gain cover or concealment. We cause the attacker to need to react to our movement, which, as we established, if they have to react to our action, it can happen relatively slow, and we ultimately reduce the likelihood that we become a literal sitting target. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. I'm always happy to see new faces around here. Also, if you want, come join the Discord, link in the description below. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as always, remember our sole objectives. Stop the killing, stop the dying. I'll see y'all later.